Britain's best loved talking scarecrow is back with two brand new stories. This show is starting to become a regular festive fixture on British TV. Worzel Gummidge is back for the third Christmas holiday in a row, but are they worth you taking the time to stream them? Hello, thank you for joining me. My name is Carl. Happy New Year to everyone. Today's video is my review on the brand new Worzel Gummidge Christmas Holiday 2021 specials, which have just aired on the BBC over the Christmas holiday period. And I just want to say thank you to Worzel Gummidge because, let's face it, British TV at Christmas time this year, in my opinion, was pretty poor. So we have just had two brand new stories of Worzel Gummidge. The first one is called Twitchers. The second one is called Calliope Jane. Both these stories are written and directed by the brilliant Mackenzie Crook, who has been in so many TV shows and movies. He's probably best known for his part in the Hollywood blockbuster Pirates of the Caribbean. Worzel began life way back in 1936 in a series of books before being made into a TV show. This TV show is part of my childhood. I can remember watching Worzel Gummidge on TV all the time as a young lad. The show ran from 1979 to 1981 and our famous talking scarecrow was played by the brilliant Jon Pertwee. Sadly, it disappeared off our screens in 1981 until Mackenzie brought the show back in 2019 and it's going from strength to strength. What I like about Worzel Gummidge is the gentle stories told. They're designed to make children feel happy in a world of harmless mystery and magic. We have just had two brand new stories over the festive break. The first one was called Twitchers, which aired on the BBC on the 28th of December 2021. This story is about a rare flock of birds called chuffs, which are kind of like a rare crow. They're not seen inland and they get blown into Scatterbrook by a huge storm. I thought this storm had great effects and it was really nice to see it at the beginning of the episode with its lightning bolts. Now Worzel, he is determined to scare these rare birds away because let's face it, the opportunity to scare a chuff away in Scatterbrook does not come around that often. But things aren't as simple as they seem when a group of very excitable bird watchers show up. And this causes Worzel a lot of stress because his plans are ruined. I like the way in this episode they didn't leave out the wildlife. After all, it is filmed in the beautiful countryside. And we did get to see glimpses of all different kinds of wild animals. And my favourite is back, Worzel's friend the robin. The second episode, which aired on the BBC on December the 29th, 2021, was called Calliope Jane. This story is about a magical funfair that turns up at Scatterbrook for one night only. And there's a rumour among the scarecrows that when a certain tune is played, it sends all the fairground workers asleep so the scarecrows can have fun at the fair after hours.
Have you heard the news? Funfairs come to town.
Not really my thing.
What, fun?
This episode guest starred the very talented Bill Bailey, who played the fairground owner called Mr. Peregrine. Now, when I first saw his character, I wasn't too sure what to expect. But as the story went on, I got used to his character and he did have a very nice story that he actually experienced himself and it was really well told. We also get to see the return of Aunt Sally and the return of my favourite gang, the Troublemakers. They are just so funny. They are a group of scarecrows in leather jackets. They got different heads. We got a pumpkin, we got a carrot and their leader's got a marrow on his head and they ride around on pretend motorbikes going You can just tell they must have had so much fun filming. You can tell the whole cast has chemistry and gets on. And it's brilliant the way they've kept the same cast while introducing us to new characters too. Worzel's friends, Susan played by India Brown and also John played by Thierry Wickens, are just brilliant alongside Mackenzie Crook as Worzel. And let's not forget the characters Mr. and Mrs. Braithwaite. The work Mackenzie must put into the show needs a special mention in my video because not only is he writing the story, he's directing it and he's also playing the main character as well. How on earth do you play a main character and direct at the same time? I did see on TV that he did say he's having to give orders while dressed as a scarecrow, which seems quite funny. And it takes him around about 2.5 to 3 hours to get into character as Worzel Gummidge. Now, I'm not ashamed to say that both these stories, Twitchers and Calliope Jane, did actually have me laughing out loud in places. There were some just brilliant funny scenes in there. Off the top of my head, Worzel sulking, that was quite funny. In Calliope Jane, involving a certain Stingernettles, that scene was quite funny as well. I won't go into too much detail with that. We had, of course, that gang, the Troublemakers. They were hilarious. I did actually feel sorry at times for Worzel as well in these stories, which was quite sad. Some of the things he was coming out with as well, like mumble grumble, there was a lot more in there as well. And when he was upset, the language he was using, like twerps. The show's filming locations took me by surprise. When I was doing some research on Worzel Gummidge, I was expecting the show to be filmed in Wiltshire. But Scatterbrook is actually filmed on a real working farm just outside Dunstable in Bedfordshire next to Whipsnade Zoo, while the outside countryside is filmed at the National Trust's Ashridge Estate, which is no stranger to filming, having hosted the likes of Harry Potter and Les Mis. And the beautiful countryside views are just breathtaking. I can't actually say a bad thing about Mackenzie Crook's Worzel Gummidge. Everything throughout is just so solid. From the directing to the acting, from the costumes to the makeup. There was a couple of good special effects in there as well. There's a couple of scenes where Worzel Gummidge, for instance, off the top of my head, he takes his boot off and we get to see what Worzel actually has as feet. And there's another scene, my favourite, the robin. He's actually talking to a real eagle. I mean, it's just brilliant the way it was done. A lot of special effects in there, too many to mention. The camera work was brilliant as well. We had some ground cameras, we got some zooming out cameras that pans outwards. It was just really well done. And what Mackenzie Crook has done, he has introduced Worzel Gummidge to a whole new generation of people. And I have a feeling that kids and fans of the original TV shows are going to love these two new stories. I really do hope Mackenzie Crook continues with Worzel Gummidge. Please do join me in the comments. I would like to know for this review, what's your thoughts on the brand new Mackenzie Crook's Worzel Gummidge? Are you a fan? Aren't you a fan? Also, if you've seen both these new stories, what's your thoughts on them? Did you like them? Did you dislike them? What one did you like best? Thank you so much for taking the time. Each episode has a running time of just 55 minutes long, so it's an easy binge watch. You could easily do both. They are definitely worth watching. And they are both available to stream now. Now, of course, this is Worzel Gummidge, so there's no sex or nudity, there's no profanity, and there's no violence as well. I'm going to give Twitchers 4 out of 5 popcorns. And I'm going to give Calliope Jane 4 out of 5 popcorns. Definitely worth the watch. They are both great little stories. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this review. If you like this video, please do give it a like. Also, don't forget to share and subscribe if you can, because it really does help the channel out. Thank you so much, guys. I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye. That was really aching my arms.